That's also what I want to see. I want to see ace matches. I want to see epicness. Oh, yes! And the next match, after this ZVZ, is going to feature not a single Zerg. It's going to be a PvT between iwL playing for SAS and Justice playing for iwL. God, SAS is so imba. How are they going to get Michael and iwL playing for them? That's not even fair. That should be banned. We need to have, like... Don't they do that in actual professional sports? You know, like baseball or football or whatever? You know, you're, like, not actually allowed to have a 2 imbalanced team or something? I'm pretty sure there's a rule about that. There should be. If team is too imba, it's not allowed. It's not allowed. Alright, cool. So I think that is good. So here we go. iwL versus Justice. Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know, iwL is actually in Team Reps, the Russian team, but because they didn't have enough players, they withdrew from Gambits Cup. So they're not playing, so he got picked up by SAS instead. And similarly, like Michael, who apparently is supposed to be in pain, decided to play for SAS as well for Gambits Cup. It was like completely imba. Anyway, Justice will be the Teal Terran here. I believe we're on Heartbreak Ridge. Oh my god, we're on Heartbreak Ridge. Oh, I swear to god, if we see another Bonnet versus Smacker, I'm just going to flip a table. I'm actually just going to flip this table with my computer on it. So, if we see like another ridiculous game where Protoss just makes carries and wins, and the stream suddenly goes out, you guys know what happened. My table will be inverted. Anyway. As long as that doesn't happen, this should be a good game, because HPR is a pretty fun map. So, gonna be a depot wall in with the barracks here, presumably. And, yeah, it's gonna be good. So, iwL, very, very strong Russian Protoss. Some people are saying he's, kind of one, well, I think given his recent performance, he's basically one of the best foreigners, at the moment. He made it to the round of 8 of the TLS, where, unfortunately he hit, Siki, so, you know, got taken out there, but no shame in that. Justice, I don't know too much about him. I think he's maybe like a B- max Terran or something like that. If anyone can shed some light on that, that'd be awesome. I think his ID, he's also used the ID 7X Justice or something like that. Anyway, I think I've seen him on the ladder before. But iwL's PvT should be good. I mean, I'm pretty sure he said PvT is his best matchup. Although, I do believe he recently lost a game to Cryok. Was it in Gambits Cup as well? Did he lose to Cryok in Gambits Cup? I can actually check this. Yeah, he did actually lose to Cryok when they played against IFU, so that's very shocking. Alright, apparently Justice is B rank, so it's pretty close. But yeah, that's really shocking to me. Did he get 2-facted by Cryok or something? Like, how did iwL lose to Cryok? I can't imagine he lost to Cryok in a long game. I mean, no offense to Cryok. I mean, you know, he's a cool guy, he's a solid player, but I'm like 3-0 against Cryok on ladder, so I can't imagine iwL losing to him. Anyways, Probe coming out, SCV coming out, all good. Macro game. Man, that's weird. Very, very weird. So, we've got a factory. We've got gas continuing to be mined, which is often indicative of shenanigans. This is in fact the #1 indicator of shenanigans. Is it going to be a drop? Is it going to be a 2-fact? What you doing, man? What you doing, Justice? Apparently he is a 2-fact user. That's what KC says, so it could just be 2-facting. Huh. In the meantime, just one gateway here from iwL. It could just be going for a 1-gate expand. He's actually mining out the back, though. Ooh, looks like both players are up to no good here. You don't usually mine out your opponent's back unless you're going for some kind of sneakiness. Maybe some kind of DT run in here. Maybe like a proxy gate and then a DT. Oh, that'd be dirty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. And it would also basically hard counter the 2-fact, which would be awesome. Although, there is actually no second factory here. He's also just stockpiling minerals. Did he just like forget to pull guys off gas or something? Because he's going up to 400 minerals right now. That's really weird. What the hell is he doing? He's got so much gas that he's not going to be able to use for a long time. Like Okay, he is just actually going for the expand, but I mean, he's got almost 400 gas right now. He really should have pulled 2 guys off. You can get the command center faster, you don't have the excess gas floating about. I think his build order is just suboptimal here, but you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, so we got the Robo going down, so I don't really see what the point of this mine out is. This will just help the opponent then. So then when the Terran gets the third, it's like, oh, this is already mined out. Sweet, now I can just transfer my SCVs around the back. I don't know why he's doing this. This is really weird. I mean, this could potentially allow some kind of, maybe some weird bulldog where you run half your army around the back or something. I don't know. I mean, even if he just wants to go in here and scout, he can just pylon jump it. You just put the probe there and just build a pylon and you can just hop over it. So I just really don't understand why he did that. He's basically doing the Terran a favor. Unless someone can explain to me how that works. Anyway, so we actually got a siege expand here. This is not something you see very much anymore. Nowadays, it's almost always FD if you want a fast expand. But going for a siege expo is fine. I think going for a siege expo is slightly mechanically easier than an FD. At least I find it easier to actually do. So yeah. I don't know, maybe he's not confident in his FD pushing skills. I mean, doing an early push on this map can be kind of risky because of these ridges. Like, you can get ambushed by Dragoons and stuff, and, you know, if it doesn't go well, it can be a little bit more problematic than other maps. Interestingly, DeWalt's gone for a 2-gate obs into expand. He was definitely expecting a 2-fact, and he was playing so safe. It looks like DeWalt heard about Justice's reputation as well as a 2-fact cheeser, but unfortunately for him, it is just a siege expand, which is, I think, going to put him behind, because his expansion is way later than the Terrans, and this is why, like, 2-gate obs is not a common opening nowadays at all. You know, if you want to be safe, you just, you know, you go for 1-gate obs expand or something like that. Like, the level of Goon Micro should be enough, even against the 2-fact, especially on a map like Heartbreak Ridge, where you can abuse the ridges. So this is just, like, super safe, and putting him slightly behind in the beginning. But on the other hand, if DeWalt thinks that he's like a superior player and can take it to late game and still win anyway, then that's completely fine, right? I mean, that's a general principle. If you're the better player, play a bit safer in the beginning, you know. Even if the other player plays greedy and you're behind, you can kind of pull it back in the long game. And it looks like he is in fact going to double expand here, so he's immediately going to try and get back the economic edge here by taking an extremely quick third. And this is relatively safe as well because of how fast his observers are. He's going to be able to see exactly what the Terran is doing. So this isn't even like a super risky double expand. I think this is actually relatively safe as far as, you know, double expanding goes in this matchup. Actually, you can see the first observer is already checking things out here. Second observer now trying to get an eye on the army. Gonna get barely alive. And there's no scouting coming out from the Terran, so Justice isn't going to know about this for quite a while. He's not going to have any comm stats or anything like that. Just going to be playing very defensively. Looks like he's thinking about taking a fast third, though. Look at his positioning. He's moving up along this cliff, kind of building buildings in the way, and just trying to siege up along the edge here, and then kind of cover this area with tanks so that he can go and take his third. And yes, look at that. Wow, looks like perhaps we were a little bit unfair to Justice, calling him a cheeser. You know, he's actually gone for a very economic opening here. Siege expand into immediate third base off of just 2 factories. He's playing this almost like it's Fighting Spirit. Like, I'm not convinced that this is necessarily the best strategy for this map. On certain maps, it's very easy to take your third base. Fighting Spirit, for example, Jade, also extremely easy to take your third. On Heartbreak Ridge, it's a little bit further out to get over here, but just because of the architecture here, you can actually kind of defend this choke just from the low ground. So it's still okay. But not as good as a map like Fighting Spirit for the strategy. But you know what? It's fine. Let's actually see how he does this. Looks like he's got the armory as well, so he's definitely playing the long game here. He's definitely going for the long game strategy. Looks like an SCV going to see the third base here. Good old pylon wall going to stop any kind of vulture attacks there. And looks like DeWalt just poking around a bit. He seems he's a little bit unhappy that this third is going up here. He's going to try and poke around, but he can't really do too much. He's still only on 2 gateways. Still going to a Citadel. I think DeWalt really should have more gateways now. His third base is already running. I don't know why he's not having gateways. His money's going to start shooting up really high, and there's nothing he can do about it because he can't actually macro without gateways. Really needs that infrastructure. Oh man, he really needs his gateways. I don't know what he's doing. He's got more nexuses than gateways right now. I think he might have been focusing a little bit too much on the Goon Micro there, because his macro is a little bit messed up. But in the meantime, though, he does only see 2 factories as well, so he knows he's not really in any immediate danger. And he couldn't really be anyway, because there is a fast third command center, so Yeah, he knows it's probably fine anyway, but, I mean, really should be more gateways. Alright, he's adding them now. I think it's slightly slow, but it's alright. In the long run, it's not going to matter because the Terran's not going to attack anytime soon. He should also be thinking about taking a 4th base. You don't want to stay on 3 base against a 3 base Terran for too long. Yeah, this map, I mean, Heartbreak Ridge expansion paths are a little bit funky compared to the maps nowadays, so the next 4th would probably be this mineral only. We're just kind of going around here to the bottom. I mean, generally, you know, the Protoss will get this half of the map, and then the Terrans would kind of get the top half there. You know, sometimes, like, the Protoss could actually take the top left there as well and kind of wall it in, but that's generally how things go. If the game does go that long, that is. We could just see some crazy recall in action here, and then just and a quick finish to the game. Although, I'm not sure about that. I mean, that's basically the one thing that Terrans really have to worry about on this map. It's very annoying to get your army back in here. You gotta walk, like, if there's a recall in your main, you have to walk your entire army back through this really narrow choke, and it's just like a super long distance to come all the way back here to your main from where the army actually is. So that's super annoying. And also, like, the late game carrier switch is can be pretty abusive on this map as well. So super late game on this map for Terran, they have to be quite careful about all of those things. But if the Protoss does actually just play a straight up game, like with ground forces, I think it's not too bad for the Terran in the engagements, because the middle isn't too open, because it's kind of divided by this little cliff thingy in the middle. So I think overall in the middle of the map engagements, I think it's okay for Terran. Anyway, it looks like the SCV just checking things out, making sure there's no crazy hidden expansions going on here, and DeWalt meanwhile going to think about taking his mineral only 4th here. I really feel like he should have taken it earlier, but you know, it's okay. He's gonna just take it now. He's got like a 40 supply lead over the Terran, which is nice. Usually the Protoss will be a little bit ahead anyway in the mid, going into the late game. It's just generally how things go. Once SCP comes in here, actually sees no mineral only, so if I was Justice right now, I'd be pretty happy that we're still 3 base against 3 base. He might actually want to add a few more factors as well. He's going up to 6 here. I think he'd definitely support at least 8 on these 3 bases. I guess depending on how many machine shops he makes. He's only got 2 right now. You know, kind of the ratio of tanks to vultures and all that good jazz. Meanwhile, DeWalt now adding a ton of gateways. Getting his forge. Is that actually his first forge? Okay, so that feels a little bit slow to me. Compared to normal. I mean, you know, the forge timing I think is pretty big on preference actually on how the Protoss wants to do it, because upgrades in this matchup for Protoss generally don't mean as much just because of how ridiculously like strong the Terran army is. It's mainly a matter of unit numbers rather than upgrades. You know, even when you do get upgrades, you only want the weapons. The armor basically does nothing. So yeah, I don't think that matters. But usually you get it kind of roughly just after you've taken your 3rd base. You get that forge. But DeWalt's going to get it kind of around the same time he takes his 4th base. You know, it's like random SCV. Going to poke around here. Really just very passive game so far. Very calm game. Which is fine. I mean, there's no really way for the Protoss to attack into this position. The only thing he can actually do right now is a recall into the main. And he doesn't actually have Arbiters yet. So essentially there's nothing that DeWalt can do to attack right now. And the Terran obviously isn't going to attack because he just wants to macro up and you know, get a max army, nice upgrades, and just steamroll the Protoss. No real point moving out before, you know, like 180 supply if you're going for this kind of fast third strategy. The whole point of this strategy is to go for a really nice like 2-1 timing, or you know, and just macro up a huge army. Just abuse the fact that the max Terran is so much stronger than the max Protoss. Hey, it looks like even though I said there's no real way to attack the position, DeWalt's going to try it here. He's got a butt ton of Zealots. There's not that many Vultures in position here. Oh my god, DeWalt might actually just break through here. I thought this position was way stronger than it actually is. Almost no Vulture support. I don't know why there were no Vultures here, but DeWalt, with the good Zealot numbers, is breaking through, but all his Zealots are dead now, and there's more tanks in the back. I don't think these Dragoons can actually push forward here. At best, they can pick off the top 2 tanks and move around to attack the 3rd, but I really don't think they should keep going. Yeah, you can see all the Dragoons getting taken down here, so a good attack taking down a good number of Terran units and giving him an opportunity to attack into the 3rd, but he's got to be really careful how he does this. Pure Dragoons against Siege Tanks is never going to end well for the Dragoons. It looks like, yeah, just kind of poke around a bit. Not even going to move up here because you can see the tank's easily going to be able to cover that from the low ground. And DeWalt, meanwhile, taking the 4th base. Man, look at how much money he's banking. DeWalt really showing some questionable decision making here. I thought that attack looked really good in the beginning, but as I said, this guy, you know, when the Terran is all hunkered down like this, even if you catch him at a funny position, at a funny time where he doesn't have vultures in position, it's still just so hard to actually break that. And now this fourth base is so late. In fact, DeWalt is double expanding because of how much money he had, and looks like just gonna macro around as well, just kind of spend it all. Looks like the money just kind of stockpiled while he was microing that engagement. But yeah, so DeWalt is going to check out the space. Not too much they can do at the moment. I'm not actually sure. The thing is, DeWalt did kill a lot of Sea Shanks there. He's still got a supply lead, 157 against 129. But I'm not actually sure if that was necessarily worth it. I think it was still okay for him. It wasn't a huge loss or anything like that. So he's still in good position, even though his expansions are a little bit later. He kind of took the Terran army down a notch and has double expanded. So if these bases get up, then he will be in pretty nice position. Hopefully he gets Arbiter soon, though. He really needs some tech units. You definitely don't want to be staying on just Zealot Goon against the Terran, especially not on this map. On some maps that are really open in the middle, Eye of the Storm, for example, is super duper open in the middle. If you get a really good engagement and a good arc, sometimes you can get away with just a couple of shuttles and mass Zealot Dragoon. But on most maps, you really need some Arbiter support, maybe some High Templar support, one or the other. You cannot stay on just Zealot Dragoon, or Carriers, obviously. But I don't see any indications of any kind of transition here, which is really worrying me. The thing is, like, for the time being, the army looks really strong. Like, in that attack, the Zealot Goon army looked really strong. But once the Terran army gets maxed, once it has good upgrades, the Protoss army is just going to melt. It's not even going to be close. So you gotta be really careful. Anyway, it looks like some probes actually getting scared. There's a bunch of vultures here, stopping them from actually going to the top left here. Meanwhile, Justice is kind of pushing out here, gonna take his mineral only over here. Really doing a nice job, actually. Really kind of digging Justice's play, and just a little bit surprised by DeWalt. I would have thought it would be a little bit more smooth, but you know, he's maxed. I mean, you know, he's still like an A- level Protoss. So who am I to talk? Who am I to criticize Mr. DeWalt? And he's got a butt ton of units as well. So that's good. That is always good. But he has got no tech. He has no archives. Does he just... Why does he not have tech? Make tech! Oh, there's the tech. Okay. Ha! God, I'm so bad at this observing thing. You see what I'm talking about? See, that's why I should not question DeWalt. Because I suck, right? I'm just bad. I am just terrible. God! Ah. Ah, that's embarrassing. Anyway. So DeWalt is getting Arbiters, he's getting Storm as well. He's actually maxed, so he can't build any tech units. Or any more tech units, I guess. He's got one Arbiter. He's getting Stasis. I presume that's his first upgrade. He doesn't have a recall yet. But he's expanding again to the bottom right. So if he actually just mines out... Oh, good EMP. Did he get the Arbiter? Yes, he got the Arbiter. Another EMP just to make sure. And this attack is not going to go well. There is no way this attack is going to go well. Oh man, he's gonna kill some tanks, but he's running headlong into the position. Here come the vultures to support. He should pull back now. Pull back! Pull back! Pull back! Alright, he pulled back. He lost the Arbiter, but he pulled back. Okay, so he lost most of the Zealots, saved most of the Goons. That's generally how you want it to go. You can trade away the Zealots, they're not very important. Keep your Goon Corps alive, they're a lot more expensive, they take a lot longer to build. I'm gonna go 5. This has got 10 gateways. I feel like he probably add some more. It's like going up to 11 now. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I guess it's mine now, but he's basically got 5 mining bases. Maybe 4.5 since this is almost gone. But still, could probably use at least 12 gateways, if not like 15, even 18. I always build a butt ton of gateways, but I don't actually know if that's good or not. Oh, he's building more gateways here. Okay, that's actually interesting. Why is he building them there? Seems quite curious, because right now the Terran's push path is going straight in that direction. So this, like, any units that come out here are just kind of getting contained, basically, stuck by this little Terran position. And it looks like DeWalt's actually going to expand to the middle as well. He's going bonkers here with the expansions. Still only 1 Stargate making those Arbiters. Vulture's going to actually come in here and take down all these probes, so a bit of a loss here for DeWalt. It's really not too good. I mean, he doesn't... See, this is why you need those tech units on this map. I mean, the architecture just doesn't lend itself well to the pure gateway unit spam here. You need the Arbiters, you need the Carriers. I mean, even though I still think he's in an okay position right now, this is just going to keep going badly if he stays, if he stubbornly kind of just only makes Goons and Zealots. And especially with losing this space. I mean, now the Terran can actually expand over there as well, and it's all just going to go badly. Looks like he's going to counterattack in the other direction here. Maybe sensing some weakness. Looks like now plenty of tanks back there. He did kind of break part of the wall here. But DeWalt just can't really find an opening here, and it's not even his fault. I mean, Justice is really playing very well, very defensively here, setting up all the right positions here. I don't know if Justice has been like specifically practicing HBR, but he's doing everything right. The only thing that's slightly missing is anti-recall defense in the main. I think that's a huge vulnerability. There's barely any turrets, no spider mines in the main base. If DeWalt goes for a huge recall right now, that could do massive, massive damage. And, well, I mean, actually, a lot of the tanks are nearby, but, you know, he can just kind of stasis the gap or something and still be okay. I really wish DeWalt would, like, build some tech units. Oh, he's building another Stargate. Alright, so he healed 2 Stargate Arbiters, which is not terrible. Yeah. Look, this base is going down for sure. Just gonna die to some vultures. Random engineering bay. Oh, looks like there's some random vulture rats here. Sorry, I missed that. I heard some vultures or some cannons attacking. I wasn't actually sure where it was coming from. It looks like it didn't actually do too much. In the meantime, you should probably kill these mines before he actually expands here, or he's going to blow himself up. But look at actually how much money Justice is banking, and he's almost maxed anyway, so it's not like it's wasted. I really think he should... Okay, now he's building some more turrets. He should have a floating building here as well, because as you can see, it's all in the fog of war because of the high ground. So if he just has a floating building here, that'll stop any Arbiter shenanigans. Maybe build a couple more turrets here, maybe build some mines. Essentially, his only danger right now is recalls. I assume he's scanning the Terran base enough that he knows there's no carrier switch. So really only has to defend against the recalls, and that is so many siege tanks. Oh my god, that's not even all his siege tanks. He's still got like more scattered around here. Could probably do with a couple more vultures to support, but yeah, this middle base I'm pretty sure is going to go down right here. Just gotta be careful though, everything is on siege. If the wall goes now, it could be good. But it looks like, oh, is he gonna get a good EMP off? He's gotta be careful. Gotta be very, very careful. EMPs could be absolutely crucial here. They usually are. And look at that, did that Nexus just get one shot? I think I just got one shot. These are 3-1 siege tanks, by the way. 2-0 on the Protoss. The wall figuring out how to engage here, but the Terran has the high ground. There's no vultures, though. No mines in position. This could be very, very bad, but it looks like DeWalt is not going to commit here. DeWalt just cannot figure out how the hell he can engage that many siege tanks. He just doesn't know, and I don't know either. It's way too strong. Terran OP. This game isn't fair. Make DTs. Oh, that's the solution. All right, the solution is make Dark Templars. DeWalt... Make Dark Templars. Actually, no, don't do that. That'd be a terrible idea. They would do nothing. But still, make DTs. Alright. Make carriers. Yes, good suggestion from the chat. Make carriers. I think it's too late for a carrier switch, though. He hasn't been getting the upgrades. And, oh my god, he's trying to go for the recall. Is the EMP going to hit? EMP. Oh, he has an EMP. He's not doing it, but the Arbiter might go down. Recall. No! The Arbiter goes down anyway. There is no recall here. He actually built another engineering bay here to provide vision, I assume. Or maybe he lost the other one. Oh, no, I think he actually lost one because he floated down to the bottom right. But DeWalt is just getting pushed back here. He's now down to his half of the map. DeWalt is in serious trouble. He doesn't have the base advantage. He's got a lot of money, but so does Justice. But it looks like he's going to catch the Terran army a little bit out of position here. Gonna get a few free kills. Where is the Terran army? Where's that big ball of siege tanks? I was getting a little bit scattered here. He needs to scan this. He's lost actually his science vessel. Oh, it looks like DeWalt finally able to make some headway, killing some of the siege tanks. A lot of siege tanks still at the north, but he's at least taking down some of the army. The problem is now that Terran is on even bases with him. They have split the map, and you do not want to split a map against a Terran in PvT unless you already have a good advantage here. You know, the Terran is so much more cost efficient. Look at how much more money Justice is banking here. He's going to be able to last a lot longer than DeWalt is if this does go to a super long game, which it is definitely looking like. So I am really scared for DeWalt right now. He just didn't have enough tech units, didn't get a good enough of an engagement, and even though he's got a ton of production right now, I don't know how much longer than this can last. He's got like 1 trillion gateways right now. Oh my god, let me actually count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 14, 18. He's got 18 gateways here just in his main, as well as like some random gateways elsewhere. I don't think that actually matters if you just can't get a good engagement here. And how... Wait, what? Why did these guys... Oh! Oh, there's no detection! He's just gonna kill free siege tanks! Yes! Yeah! Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that went well. Oh, that nice move. That's exactly the kind of move he wants to make. Unfortunately for him, Justice has so much money that I don't think it actually matters anymore. And just going to pump from all these factories. He's actually got only 8 factories, surprisingly. He could probably do with a couple more here, and that he's got the other half of the map, and he's banking so much money. In fact, I really think he should make at least like 3 or 4 more factories. But Yeah, looks like setting up position here in the middle. Pro's going to come in here. Not very much support for these tanks. I think DeWalt can actually easily clear out this this small position here. I don't actually know what Justice is doing and why he's not remaxing very quickly. Well, I guess I kind of know. It's because he doesn't have enough factories here. So, DeWalt, he's actually busting through here. He's got a lot of zealots. DeWalt is busting through. Where's the rest of the army? There's no units here, but it looks like, is DeWalt actually going to commit? Is he going to go forward? No, he's going to pull back once again. I just do not know where the rest of the Terran army is. He's got 167 supply. And what happened to that giant ball of siege tanks? Why isn't he remaking it? He's got so much money. This guy really needs some more factories or something here. If he can just keep up on his macro and keep putting, keep the big Terran ball rolling, I think he's got this game. But the thing is, he's really not macroing up again. He had a really nice big army the first time and has just not really replenished there very much. So that's slightly concerning. Although it looks like some goons running into mines here, gonna have to pull back. And DeWalt gonna re-expand here to the middle base. Meanwhile, some more goons gonna get taken down. Oh man, looks like the pathing is messing up. He's lost control of some goons. They're gonna lose a couple of goons for free. And this base is going to be so hard to hold here. It's so easy for Terran to, like, abuse this little cliff position. Just kind of move in here. Although it looks like a lot of the tanks are not. There's no science vessel, crucially. He's not rebuilding his science vessel. He's got no detection here. He cannot see the ground army. Oh my god, Justice is making mistake after mistake here in the late game. And meanwhile, there's a recall in the main base. A recall in the main is going to do a lot more damage here. Justice is suddenly in a bad position because he just didn't re-macro his army. And he's now dropped to 150 supply against the 161 of DeWalt. The ground army is moving in the front. The recall is still doing damage in the back. Where are the reinforcements? Where's the rest of the army? Justice, you've got so much money. Make stuff, man. You gotta make units. Alright, he's made some more units. The round of units from the factories looks like it is gonna clean up the recall. But at what cost here? He's still got a good amount of money back. He's queuing up units like crazy. A nice storm there on those siege tanks. The problem for DeWalt, though, is that he is running out of money very, very quickly here. DeWalt now finally sub 1,000. Oh my god, DeWalt suddenly just down to 0 minerals after macroing around in all his gateways. DeWalt has no more bank here. He was on like 3k just a second ago. But Justice is not doing much better himself with only 1k bank. This middle expansion could decide everything here. Can DeWalt hold on to this? Oh my god, that is a lot of turrets. He does not want this base to get recalled. Jesus, that is a lot of turrets. But, I mean, alright, where's the Terran army? How much? He's got 3 tanks. Where's the rest of the tanks? Oh, he's got like 7 tanks, 8 tanks here that aren't really doing that much. Maybe we should bring them with the main army here. He really needs to deny DeWalt this middle base here. He's got more units kind of scattered in the main. The late game control is really kind of messing Justice up here. And DeWalt is now starting to mine the middle expansion. These are reduced mineral values. They're only 1,000 minerals each. And it looks like the guys are only 2,000 gas each. So this base will actually mine out relatively quickly. It looks like, ooh, a vessel just got an army got EMP there before we could go in buy the science vessels. Or I kind of just caught that. But yeah, this is getting so tense. And Justice now has no bank either. He was on like 5,000 minerals. He no longer has a bank. He's queued up 5 siege tanks. That's why he doesn't have a bank. Oh, but this is an epic PvT. This is what happens on HBR though. This is every other PvT on Heartbreak Ridge just turns into this ridiculousness. Although I think you see carriers a little bit more often. But yeah, I think DeWalt now is in a pretty solid position. He's maxed out. The Terran's almost maxed out, but so DeWalt is building up his bank again. And he's mining from basically the last available base on the map. It might come down to one big push from Justice to take down this base, and that could actually in fact just decide this game. He's moving out with vultures. These vultures, man, he needs to like keep them alive and also use them to support his tanks more. One thing that in this game he's kind of not been using very well. Oh my god, just suiciding like 15 vultures there to maybe what the hell was that? Like, was he trying to do a fancy mine trap there? He only laid a single spider mine. I don't know what the hell that was, but he just threw away so many vultures. Complete waste. And wait, someone just pointed out his APM. Oh my god, Justice is playing with a ridiculously low APM for Terran. No wonder his late game control is messed up. There's no way you can actually control a max Terran with like 130 APM. But, oh, this could be the final battle here. The army's moving in. One stasis on the back tank. Justice is 170 supply, but he's got no units. I don't know where his army is. Oh, the rest of his army is in the back here, so he's going to lose the leading few units, but I think the rest of the army in the back can probably hold this. He's got a lot of tanks there. Most of the Zealots are gone. It doesn't look like there's any more spells for DeWalt. DeWalt's going to have to pull back. He is going to pull back after killing a few of those units, those precious units, but it looks like Vulture's going in here to start mining up the middle. Looks like not quite getting in position. There's one cannon protecting these few probes that are mining in the middle. This game could still definitely go either way here. One big engagement could decide it one way or the other, but DeWalt is looking pretty with his big bank, with his last mining base. Justice is the one who is now getting very, very close to mined out. His mineral only is almost gone. He's about to be down to just this one base and not very much bank. He needs to make a move on this middle before DeWalt mines it out. DeWalt has mined out half of the minerals on the bottom half already. I don't know what the hell are these units doing? Why are these units here? What is going on over here? I don't know what that was. But it looks like, here we go. Here's the move out. 175 supply for Justice. A maxed Protoss army he is facing down here. Nice! EMP gets the Templar. Doesn't get the Arbiter. Doesn't quite have enough energy for a stasis though anyway. It's got a few more energy to go. If you can get another EMP off, that'd be good. Maybe get a D-Matrix off on the leading tank. He's got a really nice position here. Abusing this position. Did he get the Arbiter? Yes, he got the Arbiter this time. So no more spells for DeWalt. He's got another Arbiter in the back with one stasis only. But other than that, no spellcasters. Looks like this base is going to be denied at the bottom. The Pro is transferring to the top anyway. I'm like spitting all over my microphone now because this game is just absolutely insane. Looks like DeWalt can maneuver around the south to get a better position. Is he going to get EMP'd again? Yes, he does! Now both his Arbiters are completely EMP'd. He's got no spells, and it looks like he might lose all of his probes here in the middle. DeWalt has a lot of bank, but if he loses his base, he's going to not be mining. He is mined out. The bottom right, DeWalt is no longer mining. No, he's still mining with 3 probes here in the middle. He's trying to mine as long as possible from this base. He's trying to hold on to this base. He's trying to figure out how to get a position on this army, which actually half the army is actually still in the back. And looks like he's moving around the north side. He's just trying to figure out north, south, which way does he actually want to go. Getting a couple of free tanks there, but some goons getting caught, not paying attention. Some of his units getting caught up and slaughtered by the siege tanks. 185 supply now for Justice against the 179 of DeWalt, but DeWalt, as I said, he's got the bank. He can reinforce so much. He's reinforcing with more units. Another Arbiter joins the fray. Almost enough energy for a stasis. I think he should wait 3 more seconds so he has a stasis. He needs 1 second for a stasis on the tanks. Stasis the tanks! Yes! He gets 5 of the tanks, and the Zealots are moving in. There's no Vulture support. Justice is in trouble here. He needs a D-Matrix. He needs more units. He's rallying in the reinforcements, but DeWalt is breaking through. Can he break through the Terran lines? This could be the final engagement for Justice, because Justice is floating out his natural command center. He needs to take the middle, but it looks like Justice does actually push back the Protoss. DeWalt now at 170 supply. He's barely mining here. He's mined out every other base. He needs to transfer these probes to the middle or something. This is so ridiculously close. These guys might just start mining from the same base here. The Terran might just start mining from the bottom. But how much more money does he have? He's only got about 450 minerals per patch here at the top left. Justice, oh my god, is a bit. No wonder he's got no army. He's got like 80,000 SCVs. You do not need that many SCVs. The Arbiters, though, they're all clumps. He's got to be so careful about an EMP. It looks like no energy on the science vessels. He's actually pulling a turret here. That's actually quite cute. But yeah, he's got to be so careful not to clump those Arbiters. These Arbiters are going to be so key in holding off his attack. He's got so much gas. He might even want to get a few more High Templar. Yes, making some more High Templars. He does have Storm. Storm can be very, very effective. But he's got to be so careful. Looks like an EMP goes off. It does get the Arbiter, but the science vessel does go down as well. The EMP actually even hit the cannon and the Nexus here, so that's going to help a lot. Looks like some SCVs are going to come in here and help fight. I think you should actually just bring these SCVs to help buffer and use them just to tank shots. Oh, stasis on the front, but wasting the Arbiter, I don't think that was worth it. He's just trying to buy time for he's just trying to keep the Nexus alive to mine out as many of these minerals as possible. He knows that right now it's a resource war. Everything focuses on this middle base right here, but it looks like, where's the army? Where's the Protoss army? Where's he going? Oh, he's going around the south side. He's going for a big attack. He's suiciding all of his probes. He's going for the big attack here. He needs to break the Terran position. There's not much to defend these siege tanks. The Storms could be good. All the tanks are clumped. Storm on the tanks. Where's more High Templars? More High Templars in the back. Where's the rest of the Terran army? There's so little Terran, but there's so little Protoss as well. It's going to come down to the last unit, but it looks like the Protoss is breaking through, or is he? It is ridiculously close. Storms on everything. DeWalt is pushing through. Both players are broke. They are broke. They need to win with this army. The Storms, I think, will take it. DeWalt cleans up all the tanks there. He saves the Nexus. He's lost almost all of the probes here. He's down to 115 supply. Justice actually still has a supply lead, but I think it's all in SCVs though. It's all in SCVs. He's bringing a few more siege tanks. These SCVs do not need to mine here. He's oversaturated this base. He really should bring the SCVs to fight with him, barely saving his command center. But I don't know why. If he uses the SCVs to buffer, I think he could actually win the next engagement. But he cannot just do it with pure siege tanks. He needs to use the SCVs to help buffer his army. He's got like a trillion SCVs here. You don't need a billion SCVs there. And where the hell are these vultures going? He needs to keep these vultures with the army. What is he doing? Harassment, random spider mines are not doing anything. Oh my god, somebody tell Justice that vultures are for protecting siege tanks. Especially at this crucial juncture in the game where he is about to mine out his last base and the Protoss is mining out the last minerals on the map. Are we going to see big stasis here? Looks like there's enough energy. There's a stasis. I think he should have stasis the back tanks actually. I don't know why he did the lead ones. Oh my god, here we go. Another big attack. A nice storm on the clumped tanks. The tanks are just not being spread out at all. DeWalt is moving in. He's storming the rest of the tanks. Is he gonna do it here? The storms are too much. The spellcasters are too much. There's no vessel to EMP anything. The command centers are floating everywhere, but they're all going down. Justice is down to 4 fighting units here. He's got nothing. He's at the same supply. How many SCVs does he actually have here? How does he at even supply when he's got almost no army? He's got no ground units. I want to see what happens when this actually mines out and like a trillion SCVs just suddenly stack and unstack. I mean, this is just insane. How does he have no units and yet is at even supply? It just doesn't make any sense. All right, here we go. Here we go. 20 more minerals, guys. I'm gonna keep an eye on this so we can see the epic unstack. All right, you guys ready? You ready? Oh! No! SCB! Yeah! SCB! Hey guys, I just found 100 supply in SCVs, which are doing absolutely nothing because he's got no minerals left to mine. No wonder he's got so much supply. What the shit is this? Use these guys to do something. Be useful. They are so useless. Look at this army. Oh my god, there's so many High Templars. There's so many storms there. Oh man, Justice. He's in trouble. He's doing so well. Nice EMP. Does he get both Arbiters? Yes, he got both Arbiters. I think he had the Archon as well. He did get the Archon, although it's now in range. Nope, there we go. And it looks like a nice storm on the back tanks. Come on, SCVs. Save your buddies, man. Save the tanks. SCVs. Siege up. Siege mode. DeWalt is going for the win. He's going for the kill. Ah, DeWalt 2. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is it. Justice, he's down to 83 supply. DeWalt isn't actually much higher. But all the 83 supply is in SCVs. GG! What a game. I thought Justice had that. I thought he had it in the bag. And then he made 500 SCVs and couldn't make any more units. Whew! Man, what is going on here? This is like NTT all over again. Anyone remember NTT? Just like only make SCVs? Oh my god. Oh, I need a sip of water. Ah. Whew. Okay, guys, it's not even over yet. It's 3-2. It's 3-2. We have potentially 2 more games. And the next one is going to be a ZVT. Oh, we probably don't.